Hello everybody and welcome back to another video. This video is really exciting because I'm filming something a little bit different than I normally would film. Typically on this channel you'll see a lot of studio vlogs and a lot of day in the life type content of me being an artist, you know, living my best life and all that. But today I'm going to show you guys something that has been highly requested. I'm going to show you guys how I make my stickers. I've been making my own stickers at home in my bedroom studio for my online shop for a little over 2 years now, and I think I have enough experience with it now to share my process with you guys. So I'm really excited to be showing you guys the whole process from start to finish. I'm going to show you guys the materials that I use, and yeah, just bare all about how I make stickers. So I hope you enjoyed the video and let's make some stickers. Okay, so first things first, I'm gonna go over the materials that I use to create my stickers. First off, I use my iPad Pro with my Apple Pencil and an app called Procreate. This is the tool that I use to do all of the design and illustration to create my stickers. There's the Apple Pencil. And then I use my Epson Eco Tank for printing the stickers. This is my printer. It's an inkjet printer. It's amazing on ink. I've had great success using it. But yeah, it's the ET-2750 printer. And that's what I use to print all of my stickers. And then for sticker paper, I use the Photo Paper Direct Vinyl Matte sticker paper. I really love this sticker paper. It has a super soft, buttery kind of feel, and I really am partial to the matte sticker paper, though I have used glossy in the past as well with no issue. And then finally, I use my Silhouette Portrait 3 to cut out all of my stickers. This is what it looks like. I've decorated it with a bunch of stickers, and yeah, that's those are all the materials that I used. So now that we've gone over all of the materials that we need to make our stickers, it's time for the fun part, which is designing the actual sticker. So this step is pretty simple and fun in my opinion. You just need a design that you want to turn into a sticker. So for me, I personally illustrate all of my stickers on my iPad Pro using an app called Procreate, like I said before. Just a little disclaimer, you definitely do not need an iPad and Procreate to make stickers. You can use any sort of art software. The one main thing is that you need to be able to export your design as a PNG. This is because a PNG file will retain the transparency data, and that will be read by the Silhouette Studio so that your cutter will understand where to cut. But yeah, once you're happy with your art, all you need to do is save it out as a PNG and we can bring it into the software. For the sake of this video, I am going to be using my Kirby illustrations here, and I'm going to be turning them into some cute stickers. So let's go, let's do it. Okay, so the next step is probably the most complicated step, and it can be a little bit overwhelming and scary for people who don't have experience with softwares like this one, but don't worry, I'm going to tell you guys how I do it, and hopefully that will break it down and make it a little easier for you. Once you open the Silhouette design space, there are a lot of buttons and options and tabs, and there's a lot going on, but don't be overwhelmed. I actually don't even know how to do everything in this robust software, but I know enough to make beautiful die cut stickers, so I'm going to show you guys what I do. Let's set up our stickers. Okay, so what we're going to want to do now is make sure that we set up our Silhouette Studio file so we can tell our Silhouette machine how exactly we want our stickers to be cut. So I'm going to show you guys an example. This is a file that I've already completed. I've created these stickers already for my patrons, and this is kind of how it looks. The stickers are all in here. It's pretty simple. It's honestly not too complicated, but I'm going to show you guys how I got this set up. Okay, so first things first, you're gonna need your files. So I'm gonna grab mine. Okay, so here you can see my files right here. What's so nice about the Silhouette design software is you can virtually just grab the file and drag it in. Sometimes this is a little glitchy, so just be a little patient with it. But yeah, so we can just bring our stickers in here. Actually, before we even do this, I can just leave this guy here for now, but what I usually like to do to start is set up the borders and everything to make sure everything's looking right. So you can see here, I have it set to the Portrait 3, which is the machine that I have, and the cutting mat, I have a 8x12 inch cutting mat, so that's perfect. Again, if you have a different machine, you just change it to whatever type of machine you have and whatever type of mat you have. And then I know that the sticker paper that I'm using is a standard piece of paper size, so it's 8.5 inches by 11 inches, and that's what I have set here. And next, we are going to go to this little icon right here and turn our registration marks on. Okay, so they're on. If I swap back to my other page that's already complete, you can tell that my registration marks are a little bit further out than what the default registration mark border is. So we're gonna go to Inset right here, and we are going to max that out all the way to the left. Okay, sweet. This just really helps you maximize the use of the sticker paper, which I really like to do. I like to try and cram in as many stickers as I possibly can so that I'm not wasting paper. Okay, and then usually I leave the thickness alone. This number right here determines how thick your registration marks are, so you can see that they're changing over there on the left, but I usually just keep it at 0.5. I have made them thicker in the past when I had registration issues, but I actually find making them thicker sometimes results in more problems because the dark black ink sometimes will bleed on my sticker paper and cause registration problems because of that. So I usually keep it at 0.5. Honestly, I've been considering messing around with it and making them even smaller, but for now, I found great success with the 0.5, so I'm just gonna leave it where it is. And yeah, that's all I need to do to set up the registration marks for my sheet. So now I have my sticker in here. These stickers are, on this other sheet, are 2.6 inches by 2.3. And I usually try to do like 2.5-ish to 3-inch stickers, so I'm gonna do something similar with this one. I like them to be roughly the same size. This one's really has a lot of background details, so it's gonna be kind of bigger. But I think this is maybe looking pretty good. I can kind of bounce back and forth to compare to make sure they're looking similar in size. I could even copy one of these and pop it over here just to like make sure that they're roughly the same size. I think that's looking pretty good. Let's spin this guy around. There we go. I think that looks pretty good. Okay, so we're gonna keep this size. I'm gonna delete that one. And now we are gonna start populating this sheet and try to fit as many as we possibly can. This part, I'm not gonna lie, it can be a little bit time consuming, but definitely worth the time to try and populate it with as many as you can. Also, do be careful about crossing the red border here. If you cross it, you will have registration problems. I've tried it, I promise. I have tried to push the limit. I've had them resting right on it before, and it just, in my opinion, it's not worth the headache of having to go in and change your sheet. So I usually try to give a bit of space in between. And then also be careful about putting anything in this kind of X'd out area here. Your machine will be reading this area, specifically looking for this black dot. And again, on the other side, it'll be reading this area, specifically looking for these black lines. So if you have any sort of color in there, it can cause you problems. To each their own though. I do encourage messing around with it, see how far you can push it if you want to, but for me, I usually try to stay out of those. Let's populate this page. Okay, so here's the complete sheet. It took me a little bit of time and a little bit of finagling until I got it looking the way I wanted it to. I unfortunately did not fit as many stickers of this design on the sheet as I did of this design, but that's okay. That happens sometimes, especially when you have very strangely shaped stickers like this one. I'm happy with how this is looking. I went ahead and I saved the design. You can save it right to your PC, which is really nice. And now that we have our design all set, we're gonna wanna make sure that our cut lines are all right. So as you can see, there is a red line around every single one of my designs, which is perfect. You can also go over to the line styles icon over here and you can change the color of the outline. These lines are not going to be printed out. These are just showing where the Silhouette machine is going to cut. In our case, we're only going to be having one type of cutting. We're going to have a die cut all the way around our stickers. But if you wanted to have different types of cuts in one go, this is how you would set it. I can go into this in another video if you guys want. This, for example, would be where you would change things to make a sticker sheet, because you would want some lines to be die cut all the way through, and you would want other lines to be kiss cut. So yeah, let me know if you guys want me to explain that in a future video. So what we're going to do now is we're going to go over to send. Notice how we ignored a vast majority of all the different options on this software. So I guess it really just does go to show that you don't need to know it all. You just need to know the basics to be able to make stickers with this machine. Now, send and then go to line. So as you can see, all of these lines are red and this is what is being registered right here. And you are going to want to pick whichever type of setting. These are all the presets for the types of depths and speeds your cutter can cut with. I've made some presets, so I'm going to show you guys those presets, but what I know I need is the PPD die cut. I named it that because my sticker paper is called Photo Paper Direct, so PPD. And this is the die cut setting I have. Oh, I need to turn my Silhouette on so we can take a peek at the settings. So 1 second. Here I'm also swinging around my ring light so that it will shine on my Silhouette machine. These machines are a little finicky with light and they need a lot of light in order to register the registration lines properly. So now that my Silhouette is connected, you can see all of the different settings here. Okay, so here's my preset. It's set to action, auto cut, auto blade. I actually haven't touched these settings in a million years. These might even be default settings, I'm not sure. And I have it set for this type of sticker paper, it is set to 9 for the depth. Force is maxed out at 33. Speed is set to 1, which is the slowest speed, and then it goes around twice. So this paper is relatively thick, and I found that it needed 2 passes to cut through it completely. So these are the settings that I use. Yeah, so feel free to copy these settings for yourself. I don't know if they will necessarily work for every sticker paper. In fact, I know that they won't work for every sticker paper. These settings also may need to be tweaked depending on how dull your blade is and also how sticky your mat is, believe it or not. So every now and again, I will have to go in and tweak these and make sure everything's working perfectly. But for the most part, this is what I have my die cut settings set to. Okay, so now I'm gonna go to File and press Print, and that will bring up this print dialog box. Select print again. I'm using my Epson EcoTank 2750, which I talked about earlier. So that is the printer that I am using. Now, again, I have set some different presets after messing around with different settings and stuff. So the preset that I currently use is called Matte High Quality. It is the premium presentation paper matte setting on high. And then I also have gone into advanced settings and I've tweaked a couple things. I've tweaked the brightness and I've tweaked the density. I don't want to go too much into this because I honestly think it is a lot of personal preference and tweaking. So if this is helpful for you, great. If not, that's okay too. And then we're going to press OK. I think it's also worth noting at this point that if you are new to sticker making and you don't want to go right away and print super high quality on your high quality sticker paper, I would recommend printing off a sample page of just plain printer paper with black and white ink and doing a registration test and a cut test with your silhouette first. This way you can make sure your machine is cutting properly and you can make sure that the stickers are the size you want them. It's like a little practice run before you go ahead and do it. But I'm just gonna go ahead and do it because I have already done lots of practice tests. So we're just gonna do it. All right, let's do this. So you guys can see here that my printer actually left a little bit of ink residue on the corners of my pages. This happens sometimes, especially if my printer has been sitting unused for a while. It sucks, but usually what I do is just cover these bits. You don't have to cover this one because it doesn't register on this corner. There's no registration mark here, but this one could be a problem. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to take some white paper and just tape it right over top of that corner. Okay, so here I'm attaching the sticker sheet to the sticky mat that I'm using with my silhouette portrait. Now you really want to make sure that you do this straight. As you can see here, I'm adjusting it. Take your time, adjust it if you need to. If it is not straight, you will notice that your stickers will be cut slightly off. So definitely take your time lining this up. This part is really important. So this is actually a really good test because I don't know if you can see this very well, but this sticker cut completely crooked. It's not doing its job very well. So I think it has to do with this corner that had the ink smudge. I decided to remove the paper that I stuck to it and decided to just cut off the corner that had ink on it. So I'm gonna try and register it again and see if it works this time. Let's go. All right, take two, everybody. This time it's a little hard to see, but it is actually cutting correctly. I'm glad I got to show you guys that on this video. Having registration problems does happen from time to time, but usually they are fixable relatively quickly. So yeah, it was kind of cool that I got to show you guys that process of how I might troubleshoot fixing a registration problem like that. And now we get to go ahead and do the satisfying peel, free all of our little Kirby stickers. And they're looking really great. They're looking really good. I'm so happy with how they turned out. Now I will just go ahead and pop them off this mat. And this is the one that ended up being a little scuffed, so you can see the lines aren't quite right. Some of the design got cut off, and that was the only one that got damaged though, so that's really not too bad. So there you have it. That is how I make my own die cut stickers at home. I hope you guys found this video helpful. If you did, give it a big thumbs up. If you have any questions, feel free to leave them in the comments. I also answer a lot of questions over on my Patreon as well, so give that a look if you want to. But yeah, I'll see you guys next time. Bye!